So we heard what Donald Trump said about Second Amendment and the Supreme Court and Hillary Clinton, right? You know what he said about that, that if she appoints the Supreme Court, there's nothing you can do about it, although the Second Amendment people might have something to say about that. Okay, so everyone's going nuts about that because we all know what he meant. Even the Secret Service reacted to it, right? So if it was a regular person who said that, they get an interview from the Secret Service. Anyway, so a lot of people are trying to defend this. Not a lot. A few people are trying to defend this. There's only a few people horrible enough to defend that, right? Rudy Giuliani is one of them. And Rudy Giuliani has already proven that he's willing to put on a dress for Donald Trump, right? We know that. Rudy Giuliani, he's the guy you want when you want the opinion of a cross-dresser who married his cousin that turned New York into a police state playground for oligarchs. That's when you go to Rudy Giuliani. Okay. So here's his defense of what Donald Trump. They're trying to say that's not what he meant. They're trying to say what he meant by that. What he meant by that was that they should vote. They should all get together and vote the Second Amendment wing of the party. Okay, ready? This is Rudy Giuliani with George Stephanopoulos. Watch him try to defend it. Ready?
With a crowd like that, if that's what they thought he meant, they'd have gone wild.
So, Matt, just possibly the worst defense, by the way, ever. With a crowd like that, had he really said that, they'd have gone wild. No, he didn't say that thing that was horrible. But if he did say it, his crowd would have loved that horrible thing. They would have cheered it. They would have gone wild. With that kind of crowd. Is Rudy saying Trump did us a favor? Think what would have happened if Trump said, hang the darky with that crowd. If he'd have said that with that crowd, that would have gone crazy if he'd have said, hang the darky. So what he's saying is Trump was being too discreet. That's what he's saying, right? He needs to speak more bluntly, Trump, because that's not what he said. People are misinterpreting. Rudy Giuliani. So this is what I mean about, like, now when you see Rudy Giuliani if you're an elite person in New York and you see him at a cocktail party, you have to go be like polite to him, like he's not, just a human garbage pail, which is what he is. He's a racist. He's a race baiter. He doesn't care who he destroys, who he cuts down for his own personal gain. He's propping up a misogynist, xenophobe fascist who makes fun of the handicapped right now. This is what he's doing. He's defending a guy who's calling for assassination of our political leaders. That's Rudy Giuliani. Wow, 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 wow. That's your Republican Party. Good for you. Straight facing it. Don Lemon would call him a liar. George Stephanopoulos won't, because they're going to have Vichyssoise on Martha's Vineyard over the weekend together, probably. They all go to the same parties. They're all going to hang out at Donald Rumsfeld house for Christmas. That's true. So I remember I was watching Oprah, and George Stephanopoulos, his wife, was talking about how they had gone to a Christmas party at Donald Rumsfeld house, and they had to think about what can we get them for Christmas. Donald Rumsfeld, a war criminal. That's who the journalists hang out with. Anyway, great job, Rudy.